Let's talk about how to create a booking or appointment on your Pretty Dash website. Now, on Pretty Dashboard, the types of appointments and booking that you are going to be creating are going to be more along the lines of some like online personal appointments, such as a coaching call, a discovery call, those kind of meetings. It's not at a place where you could replace your Square or your Acuity just because there still is no reschedule feature. People can cancel their appointments and rebook them, but at this time there are no rescheduling features. So personally, I just don't think that works yet for a service-based salon business. But you can easily create appointments and bookings similar to Calendly, where people can book coaching calls with you and things like that, and you can ask them questions and however you want to make it work. But that's not to say that you couldn't use it as your service-based business, especially if you're a smaller business. Maybe you're a solopreneur and you only have a few services. You could easily have that as your scheduler as well. But I just wanted to put it out there that it's more along the lines of like coaching calls, Calendly kind of booking at the moment. Not to say that we won't upgrade and have reschedule features in the future, but for right now, it's more of a personal appointment kind of booking. So let's go ahead and create a booking event. So we'll head up here to appointments and click on that tab. And here is your booking and appointments dashboard. So you have your different booking events here. You can see your schedule. You can see the different operators, which is just you, or if you have other people on your team that are bookable, that's an operator. And then you have your different services, such as, like I said, a coaching call, discovery call, those kinds of things. And you can create any kind of service. So if you were doing, you were a small solopreneur and you wanted to have your salon services on here as well, you could do it. It's up to you. I just wanted to put it out there that there is no reschedule feature, and that's, I feel like, a must when it comes to that kind of scheduling. So we'll go ahead and start here at booking events and just walk through the whole thing. So go ahead and click create new booking event, and we will call this event Pretty Dashboard Booking. And you could easily create actual events as well. It doesn't have to be some booking, it doesn't have to be some appointment. So if you were having, an event for your salon and you wanted people to be able to book into it and get confirmations and everything, so that way you have a schedule of who's coming, you can easily do that as well. But in this case, we're just going to do a coaching call kind of event. That's why I chose Pretty Dashboard Booking. You can put the description about this event or this meeting here. You can put the location. So usually when I have these events, I have a scheduler for booking demo calls with me for Pretty Dashboard. So the location, I usually just put Zoom, and then I will send them a Zoom link at the end. And you can also have it so it sends them an email confirmation about their event or meeting that they book. So we'll move on to the next page, which is operators. So this is where you're going to add yourself or whoever else is accepting appointments. So we'll go ahead and add me, and then you can have it so it automatically assigns people. So that would kind of be like a rotating list. So if someone's booked, it'll pick the person that's least booked. So if you're super booked and you have someone else on your team, it'll automatically choose them. But when people go through the booking, they can choose whoever they want. So we'll move on to the next one. Now here is your availability. So you could have it to where you just have one-on-one, like only one person can meet with you, or you could have a group. And so you can specify how many people you want to be able to come into that session. So this would be a good thing for when you're doing a actual event, such as like a salon meetup or something. You can choose the duration of it. You can choose how long this person will be available to be booked this. You could just say indefinitely if it's whenever. And then you can choose the actual availability. You could choose every day. You could go by day and choose which ones you want. And you can also add exclusions. So if you were leaving for Christmas, you could easily just book out those days and choose that you won't be available during those days. So that way your booking app does not show those days for them. You can choose your increments. So So if you chose your availability being 9 to 5, it would show available appointments every 30 minutes. You can also choose a scheduling notice, so this prevents last minute bookings. So, you could say the first available will be in at least this much time. And you can also add a buffer in between appointments so that way you don't get booked back to back. You can also limit the number of sessions that you can be booked this day. So appointments, like if you only want to be booked 5 appointments, you could choose, 5 appointments. And then we'll move on to the next one. And the form questions, this is nice, especially for coaching calls, because you can add multiple questions to kind of get an idea of what your client is looking for before you even talk to them. Or if it's a salon booking, you could find out, what their length of hair is, or how many weeks they've gone before they've gotten their lashes done, or whatever. And you can add different questions here. So instead of just name and email, you could choose, their address. You could have a text area that they can fill out. You can have buttons and check boxes, so you can have them check different things. You can have them upload a file. So let's say you were hosting a class and you want them to show that they have a license, you could have them upload their license here so that way you can see that. And last but not least, the confirmation. You can have a default confirmation message, or you can have a custom page, so when they book something, it'll bring them to this custom page. Or you could just have a regular default message with a header and a description. And you can alternatively also add a call to action button to your confirmation screen, so it would bring them to another page as well. Like, let's say you bring them to a thank you page, or let's say instead of using a custom page for the confirmation, you use just a regular default confirmation page, but then you want a button on there that says, check out my social media or go check out my course, and then you could put the course into this link here. So we'll save that and be done with this. So we've booked our first booking. So now that we've booked our first booking, I want to show you how to add it to your pages. So we'll head back to the builder. We'll create a brand new page so it's nice and fresh. All right, so now that we're on this blank page and we have a blank section here, let's just add another block for good measure here, just so we have a lot of room. So go over here to add new widget, and we will add the booking widget. So drag that in and it will populate. So we're gonna actually select the booking event. We'll go through these settings real quick. So let's choose the new one we just created, Pretty Dashboard Booking. And as you can see, it starts to populate already. It has the title, it has with me, and then the location is Zoom. So let's change the layout a little bit just so you can see how that looks. So there's a few different layout options. Right now we're on this one. I typically actually love this one. So it just kind of makes it super simple, and they can choose their time and their date and everything from there. And we'll go through the whole flow of it after I do all the settings. I'll actually book an appointment so you can see what that's gonna look like for your customer. So let's go back to the settings. And you can always change your booking event, so you could put multiple widgets on different pages with different booking events, which is nice. And so you can edit the fonts of everything. You can change how the step colors and everything look, and your summary of how everything looks as they're booking. You basically just want to use your brand colors in this situation. And you can change how the form looks when they're typing in their information. Now you can also make it so when they book this event, it creates a member profile on your website. So you could have it put them into one of your members only groups. You could have it just be a basic member that they can just log in and whatever. Or if you're using a specific booking and you want them to be put into a members only group so that you can give different page access to those people, you can put them into your specific group. So for example, on my website, I have a group for builders. So there's different pages that only builders can see. And so when they book something or they fill out a different form, you can add them into this builders group so that they get their members only access. But you can also alternatively just leave it and they don't get created and they don't create an account. But if you want to just use a default group, you could have them just put into basic members just so you have them as a member on your website and you can email them and whatever you want to do. But that's just preference. You can also, when they book an appointment with you, you can have it connect to your built-in email marketing. So you could add them to a specific list. Let's say, they booked a discovery call with you and you have a discovery call list. That way you can email just those people. So that's really nice. And you can also tag them so they're in your contacts, your CRM area under, booked discovery call as your tag or something. That way you can keep them organized. And again, you can email just those people and contact just those people. So now that we've gotten all the settings and everything, let's actually just go through this booking to see how the flow goes, and you can see what it would be like for a customer to book with you. So we'll go to the website preview and we'll just go through this. So let's say that I want to book an appointment with Steven on the 21st of December at 11:30. It automatically populates the questions and the form that you had there. So in that one section, we were filling out the questions that you wanted to ask them. You could have multiple questions here. You could have those radio buttons. You could have check marks. However you want to create this to give you the most information on your guest as possible. But in this case, we're just doing name and email. So we'll just fill this out really quick. Put this email and we will book the appointment. So you can see here it's with Steven. It's going to be on Zoom. So when we were filling out that confirmation, you could just have a regular confirmation page, or you could also create a page that has the Zoom link on it, or you could even have it send them the Zoom links to their email. It's really just up to you. You can go back and change the times here and you can see which times you chose here and how long it is. So we'll go ahead and book appointment. So this is the just default confirmation page. So you could add more information on here if you wanted to in that section, or you could have had it go to a custom thank you page. You can easily add it to calendar here and you can see all your details. And it will also be sent automatically to their email. And you can set up another email that has the Zoom link in it if you want. Now, since we just booked that, let's go ahead and check out the schedule now that we have something booked in our appointments. So we'll head back to appointments and we'll go over here to schedule, and you can now see that that booking is in here in your schedule, and you can see all the details about the person. And if you had any questions or anything, all those answers would be in here, which is really nice for you to see before you talk to them or whatever kind of event this is. And you can easily just cancel the event, and your customer can also cancel the event through their member dashboard or from their email. So that's it with bookings. I hope you understand a little better on how to book appointments and have people book things with you on Pretty Dashboard. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out at hello@prettydash.co. Bye.